Good day, guys. I hope you are still doing good. This is Elton again. I welcome you to Maths and Science series. Today we'll be doing the concept of logarithms. We'll be talking or touching expressions, equations, and laws of logarithms. Remember, we did the inverse functions, or we did the inverse of a one-to-one function, which is a linear function, and a parabola, but we didn't do the inverse of an exponential, because I told that for us to do the inverse of an exponential, it will require us to know the concept of logarithm. So make sure that you do it. You just hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to like, share, and comment. We use logarithms to make an exponent the subject of the equation, and we use logs to write the inverse of an exponential graph or exponential function. So now I will take you guys to the expressions of logarithms on how to convert and or to write or to convert an exponential expression to logarithms, or to convert logarithms to exponents or in an exponential form. So it's very important that you guys make sure that you listen to the first part, which I'll be doing, showing you the expressions of logarithms. Okay, guys, I hope you are well. So this is actually, let me just explain this thing of the logs. Suppose you know this from exponents in grade 4, a to the power 4 there. Now we know that a becomes the base, then 4 becomes an exponent or an index. So when it comes here, b is known as an exponent, then x, it is the base. But now the exception is that we're having a log with there. So you can be given something like that, log x b. When you call this thing, you say log b base x, log b base x, or log exponent b base x. That's how you're supposed to call it. Now they can ask you to do what? To write this thing in an exponential form, or they give you an expression in an exponential form, asking you to convert it to logarithm. So for you to write it in an exponential form, this is what you have to do. You say this to the power this equals the base. Equals the exponent. For an example, log let me say log, let's just use that one, log b base x equals y. They want you to write it in an exponential form. We'll say the base to the power whatever that is on the right hand side of the equal sign equals the base on the left. Equals the exponent on the left, meaning that our answer, it will be x to the power y equals b. So I've written it in an exponential form. Or I can be given something like this, log let me say log x to the power log a base x equals c. For me to write it in an exponential form, I have to say x to the power whatever that is on the right of the equal sign equals the exponent on the left, meaning x to the power c equals a. This is how you are supposed to do it. For an example, we have, let me say we have log 2, log 32 base 2 equals 5. Then they want you to convert it to exponential form. Just do this, 2 to the power 5 equals the 32, meaning that we have the answer as 2 to the power 5 equals 32. I've written it in an exponential form. So it's very, very important for you to know this. It's very important, guys. Okay, guys, they can give you something like this, wanting you to convert it to a logarithmic. I mean, they gave you in the logarithmic notation, or they gave you in a logarithmic form. So they want you to convert it to exponential form. This is what you have to do. Remember, this is the base. The base to the power whatever that is on the right of the equal sign equals the exponent that is attached to logarithm, meaning that 3 to the power 4 equals 81. Then when you punch this in a calculator, it will give you 81. Next one, the base that is attached to the log equals b. I mean 10 to the power b equals the exponent that is attached to the base. I don't know if you understand that. I don't know if I said that here, but it's the base that is attached to the log to the power 4 equals the exponent that is attached to the log. I don't know if you guys understand this. Now you can be given something like let me say log 216 equals 4, which is log 16 base 2. Then for you to convert it to a logarithmic function, for you to convert this logarithmic notation or form to an exponential form, you have to write, or you have to do it like this. The base to the power, the number that is on the right of the equal sign, equals the exponent that is attached to the log, meaning that 2 to the power 4 equals 16. So this is how you are doing this, guys. And sometimes there's this thing, guys. Okay, this is log. Let me say this is log b base x equals a. You know that this is the base, right? So if you are not given the base, you must always assume that the base is always 10. For example, they can give you something like this: log x equals b. This x is not the base, but it is an exponent. You are not given what? The base here. So if you are not given the base, it is always 10. You assume that it is always 10, meaning that for me to convert this to an exponential form, I will say, since I am not given the base here, the base, I know that it will always be what? It will always be 10 here. If you are not given the base, then you say this to the power that equals that. So that's very important for you to know that, guys. If you are not given the base, you must know that it is always the 10. Sometimes they can ask you to solve for x or to solve for any variable. Sorry, here there's supposed to be 4. Yes, it's supposed to be 4. So now they can ask you to solve for any variable. It's either solve for x or whatever. So they can give you an equation, or they can ask you to solve. So this to the power that. For me to solve, I have to take it to where it is coming from. Remember, we use logs to write the inverse of what? Of an exponential function, but we are not there. But now, the most important thing for you to know, if for you to solve for a, or for you to solve base a, what you are supposed to do is that you have to do what? You have to make, or to write this in an exponential form. So a to the power 4 equals 81. Then you do the math here. 4 plus or minus 4 there. Then here you have a, then your answer, it will be 3 plus or minus positive 3. And you know that the base cannot be negative. Then a is 3. Then you substitute it there, it will be 3 to the power 4, it will give you that 81. That's how you're solving it. Come to this one, this to the power base. And then 3 to the power a equals 9. Therefore you punch your calculator, if you're using the casual calculator, you punch 9 equal sign shift fact, it will give you squared. Therefore, you drop the exponents. A equals 3. Therefore, you take that 3 and a equals 2, not 3. You take this 2 and substitute there, then it will be 3 to the power 2 equals 9. Okay, there are deduction, guys. Deduction number 1 and deduction number 2. It's very important that you know this. Let me just write it here. Okay, it's fine. Deduction number 1. Log A base A, it is always 1. If you are given a base that is similar or same number of a base or an exponent, it means that the answer will always be 1. Meaning that if you have log 10 base 10, the answer is always 1. Log 100 base 100, the answer it will always be 1. But if now you are given log 1 base A, the answer it will always be 0. So if you are given an exponent being A and the base being A, or having same numbers as the base and exponent attached to the log, the answer it will always be 1. But now if you are given the logs or the log notation, seeing that the exponent it is 1, we don't care what the base might be, but if the exponent is 1, the answer it will always be 0. So it's very important for you to know that, guys. For example, if you can be given log 100, log 1 base 100, the answer will always be 0. So it's very important for you guys to know this. So the next lesson that we're going to share with you guys is the laws of logarithms. So today we're just doing the expressions and the equations, but now our next lesson we'll be focusing on the laws of logarithms, because these are just these are just expressions and equations. So please do not forget to subscribe, guys. Do not forget to like, share, and comment. And after this, we'll send as I'm saying that the next lesson will be the laws of logarithms. Then after that, we'll upload new lessons again on physical sciences and mathematics. Thank you, guys.